Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today's subject, slavery. Now, why did I say that? We all know about slavery. It's not something new. It's not something that I have to teach you much about. But I'm talking mostly about modern slavery. A lot of people really don't understand the modern slavery because they think that they're free. They think that they are on top of the world. And so, yeah, with that being said, I just want to go ahead and just talk mostly about how so many people have been enslaved in the mind, which is the hardest slavery to escape from because you don't see the shackle, because the shackle is here rather than here. Anyways, let's get it. I want to talk a little bit about this whole situation right here. Now, I'm sure you all know who this girl is. Not Candace Owen. But I'm talking about this degenerate. I don't even know what word to use for it. But yeah, this one. Anyways, let's watch this video and then I'll give my commentary on it.
Sexy Red picked up. Now her music is, everywhere. You're seeing them talking about her. Does that feel artificial to you at all? So I was interested. I was like, who signed her? Because if you're a person and you're walking around and you can sign anybody and you got the money to sign them, you're gonna tell me that's what stood out? Or is that intentional?
It's intentional, of course.
Of course it's intentional.
Of course it is.
And that's what I'm trying to make Black America aware of, right? That is intentional. Somebody's making that decision. That means somebody turned down a Chris Brown, okay? Turned down a Michael Jackson, turned down a Lauryn Hill, and said, that's the one I want to sign and make her bigger. And when I looked into it, who did that, boy, was I shocked to learn that it was a combo team. But one of the men was a Black man who certainly doesn't listen to Sexy Red. He's married.
And one thing that I do want to say about what she just said was that when they want to attack the Black community, especially, they send one of their own. We are far more dangerous to ourselves than white people are. This is something that is not talked about much. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, white people are dangerous and stuff like that. I have no problem with white folks. But we have to call it for what it is. Black people are far more dangerous to themselves than white people are. Because we are destroying them ourselves with our own hands. We are looking up to people like Sexy Red. These people are literally just spewing out the most degenerate, most disgusting way a female can act into the public area, and you as a Black man, you as a Black woman is listening to that, bumping to it and saying, yeah, this is my shit. How the fuck is her saying that her booty hole is brown your shit? Am I wrong? I mean, think about it this way. Think about it this way. This thing right here said that her booty hole is brown. How is that helping Black people in America? Anyway, let's keep going.
Married to Stephanie Shepard, who's Kim Kardashian's former assistant. And his
I think he listens to it.
Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I played him talking to Oprah and all, and talking about his childhood and how he grew up in a two-parent household and, everything's chummy. And I'm just like, and you're the guy that's like making the decision to sign her? Okay. Apple tech exec and you decide to artificially make this happen? Okay. I'm interested in who owns companies. That's the first thing I always want to look up. Who owns it?
The people who own it, they themselves don't listen to these songs. They don't. They have an idea. They have an agenda in their mind. And so what they do is they tell them, hey, this is the agenda. This is what we want to push among the Black community. So we need to hire people who is going to push this idea and give them more money to push this degeneracy among these people so they can continue on unaliving themselves, so they can continue on being enslaved mentally. This is what we need. And so they push it on the Black people. And guess what? It's not a white person that's singing it. It's not a Chinese person that's singing it. Rather, it's one of us. And that's why I say Black people are far more dangerous to themselves than the white people are.
Because the rappers aren't making the decisions. They're like, oh, yay, I'm getting signed, amazing. Who makes the decision to put Cardi B on the Grammy stage to perform WAP?
Oh, love Cardi B.
Great, fine. I think she's, by the way, this never gets any play, so I'll say it again. When I first was introduced to Cardi B, my cousin that you just met, I was sick at home, and she made me watch Love and Hip Hop. The show is hilarious, okay? The show is hilarious. Cardi B was a star. She just was, okay? She had the it factor. You can't describe what it is, but you know it when you see it. She was very funny. She was self-deprecating. I have said these things about Cardi. You will never find this anywhere printed.
And I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere printed, because they don't care, right? It's all about making people think. I need Cardi B to evolve now, okay? Because now you have a platform, and you put out a song like WAP, and when I read the lyrics, the full lyrics, not the what's playing on the radio, I can't even believe. I couldn't.
Oh, Candace,
no.
stop it.
No. I'm not gonna stop because it offended me this much.
Give me one oak Candace on this.
What do you mean?
I want to hear what one oak Candace thinks about
No,
this.
I never would have been okay with it. It's way too. That's why the frequencies are going way downhill, right? Like One Oak Candace was not listening to WAP. Okay, what was playing on One Oak in 2011? I mean, come on. Like music is going downhill fast. And let me tell you something. If a song like that was produced, because you could say the closest you could get to that, and I didn't listen to her music, was Trina. Okay? Would they have allowed her to perform on the Grammy stage when we were growing up?
Yeah, but I grew up also on Two Live Crew.
Fine. What I'm saying is that
And no is the answer.
No is the answer.
No is the
Because the
answer,
Grammys is supposed to be family friendly, okay? Everyone used to watch the Grammys. You just watch the Grammys, okay? And so when they're making a decision to say this is who we're putting on the stage, that is a conscious decision that has been made by execs, okay? So we're gonna put Taylor Swift for white America. Who are we gonna put for black America? That's a decision being made in a boardroom. And I want people to understand that. Because we have talent. Black Americans are incredibly talented. Like I said, when it comes to the arts and creativity, I just find Black Americans to be funnier. I think we're also funnier. I think we have a natural sense of humor that we're funnier. Like when we're comedians, we do it the best. Also when we sing, we do it the best.
So yeah, you know what's funny about that? Cardi B admitted herself that she would not let her daughter listen to her music. I mean, how much more proof do you need that whatever is being pumped into the black community is there to destroy the black people from within? How much more proof do you need? And I'm only talking about Cardi B here and Sexy Red here. But what about the Migos? What about the rappers in the ghetto? The ones who are singing, not singing, I'm sorry. The trap music and all of these other SoundCloud rappers who are constantly pumping music that is promoting the unaliving of black people on a daily basis and telling them to do drugs and, you know, womanize and all of these other stuff. What about all these examples? You know why they pump this type of music in there? Because it works. It works. We as black people have a lot of power in America. We just don't know it. We do, but we don't. And like Candace Owens said, we're funny. We're very entertaining. If we can use that entertainment to our benefit, do you know the amount of positivity, I would say positivity, that we can do? When it comes to sport, the majority of sports here in America, it has mostly black people. So we are physically fit. When it comes to singing, we are really creative. When it comes to a lot of the creativities out there, we are capable of doing it. But what is keeping us down is the main question. If you go to the ghetto, one thing that you will notice is there's alcohol in almost every single corner. So now we understand that one of the main weapons that is used to subdue us, one of the weapons that is used to keep us suppressed, is alcohol, is drug. So now, two of the worst combination that you can ever put in a community: alcohol, drug, music. These combination are the worst. and they would destroy people. We see the result of it. Black people are a prime example of that. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and share this, man. If you made it this far, please don't forget to leave a like and sub.